Greetings and welcome to Nathan Isle Official. This is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. I'm Nathan Isle, and yes, I am wearing a Halloween costume in the middle of November because I forgot to put it on in my last video. So I just decided to wear it today. And, well, long story short, first of all, I don't know if y'all are seeing what I'm seeing on my screen. The video seems to be fucking up a little bit. I need a new camera. So, don't hit me up at that in the comments, okay? Anyways, you know, this thing pisses me off for two reasons. First of all, it is 100% latex. And there's very few holes. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to see. It's hard to move my head. So if I ever have to repeat that Halloween again, like, I would just say, honestly, I'd rather go completely butt naked than to wear this again. It is one of the most badass costumes that's ever been worn by any human on any Halloween ever. But, I'm not doing that again. Not worth it. Anyways, oh, I've got to update my we'll get to that later. So yeah, anyways, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because I'm wearing that all weekend, and the thing that pisses me off is that literally half the people who walked in the door were like, "Hey, Venom!" And I'm like, "Bitch, this is Carnage. Carnage. Venom is black. Carnage is red." It's like walking up to Lil Nas X and saying, "Hey, you're Elton John, right? Oh, I love Piano Man. It's like one of my favorite songs ever." Literally every word that's coming out of your mouth right now makes me want to punch you. And even the people who actually knew who Carnage was didn't know enough about him. And I keep having to explain, well, technically he's Venom's son, blah, blah, blah. And wow, my camera's really fucking up right now. I'm gonna have to get a new one someday. So, since you can't see me that well anyway. Oh, maybe you can. Maybe it's just on my end where it's messing up. But whatever. We'll deal with that some other time. You know, I probably should take better care of my electronics, but to be fair, I've had this thing like 10 years now, right? Shit. Ah, yeah, it has been. So I think I started YouTube in like 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. So yeah, I've had this camera for like a decade. That's more than I've ever taken care of any other electronic that I own. So, doing pretty good there. And so yeah. So even if this camera does end up crapping out on me, and I end up going 3 or 4 months without making another YouTube video because it takes me that long to work up the courage to spend that money on something that I don't really use all that much anymore. You know, first of all, I missed you guys. Second of all, you know, let's raise a glass to our brave warrior here who has managed to survive more than a decade with me. Cheers to you, good old buddy. You're the best camera guy's ever had. Anyways, so yeah. Oh, the main reason, I'm going to put it in the thumbnail, but I got a book out. The digital version should already be out, and if it is, I'm going to double check on that. I think the digital version should be out already, and I'll put a link in the description. And the physical copy, I believe right now, like technically it's available, but I think I set the official release date for Thanksgiving Day. I might move it up. I can't, who knows. But yeah, it's my first book. I mean, technically the last one, because I've got, it's my first novel, but not really. It's a short story, very thin. It's like 80 pages. But yeah, here it is. Forever Amen. And so yeah, I've got, right now the plan is to do a book a year for the next 10 years. Number 1 is out. Number 2 is already completed, and it will be coming out next year. Most likely spring or summer. I'm aiming more for summer, but if things go right, we can put it out in spring. And number 3 is already written, and it's been edited a couple of times, but since it's coming out in 2023, I'll have time to do a few more edits before then. And then I actually just finished another draft of book number 4, and I'm moving on to book number 5 as we speak. And I finished a rough draft of chapter 2. I've got the whole thing outlined. I know the story. It's just actually writing it as a novel is very hard, because then you got to go into all the detail work, like she was 5'3" with a green sweater and blah blah blah, long flowing black hair and all this shit. It's not fun. Honestly, for me, when it comes to creating a book, the most fun part is the very first step. Just brainstorming, just figuring out what the story is gonna be. That's the most fun, just the creative part. When your imagination just runs wild. Everything after that is just work, but surprisingly enough, I enjoy the editing. Because to some degree, editing is a good combination of both imagination and a math problem that you're trying to solve. Because you've got to make this thing work. Like it's easier to edit than it is to write. That's just me personally. But anyways, yeah. Anything else going on? I mean, I'm cleaning my apartment. I mean, full confessions here. I stopped cleaning my apartment once COVID hit, which is weird, because I'm spending more time here, but taking less care of it. So, I went from February 2020 to October 2021, did not clean my anything at all. You know, I cleared my sink, took a couple weeks, it was dirtier than I thought. Been working on my living room, getting that done. Then I'm going to finish the rest of the kitchen. Like, I'm slowly making progress. Hopefully, by January 1st, I should have about 70 to 80% of the apartment clean. Just doing a little bit at a time every day, getting it to look better. Also, I've had a store on Zazzle just because it's free to upload. It was easy to interact with, to make a lot of different custom designs for various things, shirts, mugs, and whatnot, frisbees, deck of cards. I'm thinking about looking up a lot of these other online retailers. Like Etsy's pretty popular. Just about everyone I know who does online shopping at some point in time has been on Etsy, so I'm gonna look into that. You know, because I'm going to be honest, I kind of just got lazy and stopped. Well, I realized I'm not going to make any real money on this, so I got lazy with merchandise and branding. But we'll see. I'm also, update on the comic books, will not be doing it in 2021. We will revisit it next year. It depends. It all depends, because I'm getting very comfortable with the life I'm living right now. I've mostly cut fast food out of my life. I can't guarantee that it'll never come back, but for one thing, I have discovered that you can go to H-E-B, and I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, it's the exact same. You know, getting a box of frozen lasagna is not the same as getting hot and fresh restaurant lasagna brought to you, and all you gotta do is put your fork in and eat it. You know, it's not, but you know, like, to me, what's more important, enjoying the meal or money? Right now it's money. And I'm not struggling or anything, but like, I'm trying not to waste money excessively. You know, that's just where I'm at right now. So, trying to avoid fast food wherever possible. For those of you who don't live in Texas, I'm not sure what y'all do for it, but like, I've discovered that H-E-B has a lot of like fresh and ready stuff. Like, they got subs, they got sushi, they got they got like pizza and stuff, like all kinds of good shit. And so I'm getting the hang of like pretty much every 10 days go to H-E-B, drop a hundo, and like just picking up things as I need them. Cause like I've been trying, I'm still kind of adjusting to this new life that I'm living in some ways, but I'm getting the hang of it. I just realized I left my tablet over there because I bought a new tablet. Dropped $150 on a brand new tablet because my old one, like, the battery life was crapping out. And I realized I've had that one for a good, at least 4 or 5 years now, at least. And I'm just like, I could try to save it, maybe extend the life a little, but at some point in time, it's gonna reach its end. And so I figured, at this point, screw it. Like, I'll give myself an early Christmas present. Got myself a new tablet. Hella battery life. Like, I filled it up with, like, I downloaded every app I've ever used on all of my previous tablets. Downloaded all of my music. Got a whole bunch of videos and stuff downloaded. And you know what? Used about 60% of the battery space. And now I'm just like actively thinking, what else can I put on here? Because I'm not used to having this much space. Did I say battery? No, memory. Whatever. You know what I meant. But anyways, it's got hella memory, hella battery. It's hella nice. Very, like, I should have gotten a new tablet 2 years ago. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, I'd show it to you, but I didn't think about it when I sat down, and now it's sitting all the way over there, and I'm sitting all the way here. But, oh yeah, that's the other thing. I've started doing yoga. And when I mean started, it means I've done it twice. I don't know how regular it's going to be. Like, I'm not going to be the person who, like, wakes up every day and it's like, okay, salute the sun, downward dog, and blah, blah, blah. But who knows? It could be a weekly thing. That's whatever. Like, right now, honestly, the main reason I know that I'm going to keep doing it is because I want... My throat's a little dry. I'm not sick. My throat's just dry. But like, the main reason I want to do more yoga is because not necessarily that I want to master it, but I want to look less bad doing it. Because it feels very awkward right now. And like I don't expect there's going to be a situation where someone's like, oh my God, he's choking. Does anybody know yoga? Like, that's not going to happen. I know that logically, but also there's just this thought in my head that's like, but what if though? What if someone is choking in the restaurant and the only way to save them is to do downward dog? I want to be able to do it without looking like an idiot. I know, it makes no sense. It's a thing. It is a thing. Anyways, I think the main reason I came on was just to show you this costume, because this thing is probably going to go in a closet and never be seen again. And of course, most importantly, to show you the book, Forever I'm In. We should talk about it a little bit. The synopsis on back. It has this little blurb, sometimes a moment in time can seem to last forever. Then you look back and it feels like it was over too soon. And just a brief summary, in Forever I'm In, 5 friends take turns detailing the most painful months of their lives when a dear friend is diagnosed with cancer and they struggle to come to terms with her impending death. And then we got this little quote here, which, dying is the easy part. It's the people left behind that really suffer. This entire story is something I came up with when I was originally came up with at 1920, and I was watching a show called Brothers and Sisters. Callista Flockhart was playing, I think Kitty McAllister was the character's name, and she was diagnosed with cancer, and I found myself kind of thinking, great, one more story I can identify with, because I don't know what you were like as a teenager. I was definitely more of an insensitive jackass when I was younger. And to some degree, there's always a little sense of, oh, some old ass motherfucker is dying slowly of an incurable disease. What else is new? I mean, they're old, they've lived their life. You got grown kids, blah, 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 who cares? And that's kind of how the entire premise that led to me writing this book. Because, a lot of young people die of cancer, too. And at its core, this is basically, it's a coming-of-age story, essentially. Because it's about them learning of her impending death, and how they learn to deal with it, and how it changes them as people, how they're affected by it, and how they grow and change because of it. That's the story. So like I said, I'm going to put some links in the description, and no idea when I'm going to make another video. If I'm being completely honest, very good chance that we're not going to have another video again in 2021. But we'll see. I might feel inspired. Who knows? Honestly, I'm just not a big fan of social medias anymore. I'm just not. The media I love. It's the social part that I'm not hugely interested in. Anyways, so yeah, I showed you the mask. I showed you the book. I talked about my life. We're done. We're done. So until the next time you see me in the video, which once again will probably be 2022. My name has been Nathan Nile. I hope you have a great day, week, month, year, and I'll see you when I see you.